The Medical Research Council, MRC, on Tuesday conducted its TB sequel research portfolio that researches patients to determine their TB status. Now, the main objective of the initiative is to investigate what the medical researcher described as post-TB treatment complications that patients may develop. Now, the tuberculosis sequel number 2 site initiative visits in the Gambia is supported by the German Federal Ministry of Education and Research. The activity looks into the evaluation of post-TB lung diseases in the Gambia. Let's hear details of that in this report. This project is a continuation of TB Sequel 1, which aims to determine the degree of TB sequela or poor lung health following a standard TB therapy in 4 African countries in which the Gambia is included. Officials say such evaluation of post-TB lung disease is key in determining the burden of the disease in the Gambia to develop solutions and therapies to reduce the burden. Dr. Olabi of the MRC Gambia, who works under the TB clinic, said this program is to make evaluation on how TB-free individuals have been doing in the society after they have been cured of the disease.
This program has been on, or this project, for the past 5 years, and we are moving into the next 5 years on the same group of participants of TB patients that were picked. This will enable us to define what are the problems after patients have been treated for TB, and how do we address this problem to increase the quality of life and to increase the longevity of TB patients, because it's been known that TB patients have a shorter longevity, and we want to put things in place to ensure that the zero death that WHO is advancing for is also incorporated in patients that have been treated and cured for TB, so that all that we have gained in the process of treatment is not lost after treatment and they are left to just die because of the pulmonary impact and the cardiovascular impact of TB on TB patients, even after we have declared them cured of TB.
With this gathering of healthcare workers and ex-TB patients, Dr. Owolabi said the lectures will especially give healthcare workers ideas on how to support and guide cured TB individuals in terms of sensitization and others.
The main significance of the lecture is to sensitize healthcare workers as to the existence of treatment beyond the treatment of TB at the point a patient is diagnosed, and to sensitize them that we need to still do more to support TB patient survivors, psychosocial support, to support them to return back to good quality life after they've been treated, and to rehabilitate them in terms of the stigma that is associated with TB in our community, and to sensitize the general populace that TB patients should be supported, should not be run away from, as we know that TB is curable. So also we want to ensure that TB patients are not adversely affected. They can return back to their work and life can continue normally for a TB patient after being declared cured.
Dr. Owolabi also said that the whole work focusing on TB and its treatment is to make sure that the disease is eliminated in the Gambia.
We're focusing on TB to ensure that in the Gambia we eliminate TB, because TB, as we know, affects significantly the working class, the youth, the young adults, the reproductive age group. And if you look at a disease that can debilitate that population, if care is not taken, our economic stand as a nation goes down. If the people that will work to produce money to feed their family are affected by TB, it also affects their children, affect their family members. Children will not go to school, they are not going to work, they are not making money. Actually, one of the research questions we've found out with the results showed that our TB patients spend more than $100 searching for the cost of their treatment, despite we say TB treatment is free.
Meanwhile, Omar Kora, coordinator of the National TB Survivor Organization, believes that the post-TB research will eliminate the stigma that TB survivors are faced with in the society.
This is very laudable by the MRC, and because post-TB lung disorder has been there for quite a while now, but people are not aware of it. MRC conducting such a research to find out what happens to people who live with TB after successfully cured from TB. Most of them encounter a lot of disorders and disease and other issues health-wise, but they could not figure out exactly what is it or what is happening to them. But MRC bringing forward this research will help us understand.
The whole idea of the research is to look into the survival mode of TB patients who have been declared cured after a few years. This includes whether they develop other lung disease, stigma from the society, and other related issues. The incidence of TB in the Gambia shows a declining trend for the past 5 years. TB incidence has declined from 153 out of 100,000 population in 2020 to 149 out of 100,000 population in 2021. Reporting for Eyeafrica News, I am Yahya Jammeh.